Hi Stampers, this is Karen Phillip from Stampin' with C. Grandma Karen. Today's card we will be making this, I'm calling it a fancy fold side step pop-up. It's quite a mouthful. And this folds flat and fits very nicely in the envelope. And this idea came from one of my leaders, Dawn Swanson, and I just think it's a really pretty card. So this is how it looks from the side. So it is sort of a 3D kind of a card. And you can turn it either way, but this is the way it would fit in an envelope. So let's get started. So in the packet for club members, this is what you get. So the first piece is an old olive piece, 4 1/4 by 9 1/4, and we scored at 5 1/2, 6 1/2, 8, and 9. And first, this side. So the bumpy side is up. So you can, let's see if I can show you. So the bumpy side is up. Here's the other side down. So the bumpy side is up, and you fold it on each of the score lines. Bring it forward, and this is just going to roll in like that. So that's what the score lines are for. But first we're going to put on our designer paper, which I ran out, I guess, and didn't put it back in. Okay, so we're using our Vellum flock paper, or it's Poinsettia Whisper White flock paper. And we're going to put the adhesive on the back of it, but not along the edge. We'll go in about 3/4 of an inch all the way around, and that way it won't show on the front of the card. So you can see I'm about 3/4 of an inch around the border. And we're putting that about 1/8 of an inch on the right side of the card. So here's our piece that's going to go over. The next step is putting adhesive on the opposite side on the little border here. And I would use tear and tape because it's so narrow. And I think if I were to make this again, I would make this about 1/4 of an inch wider. This would be easier. So you're putting the piece right on the outside. Take it off. Take off the piece here, maybe. Okay. And then you want to make sure if you have anything over, you want it to not extend over the card, because it will stick. So then we'll flip it back to the front side, and you have the half score line and another score line, and you'll fold it on that second score line like this. Fold this under like so, and then push it down. So you basically will have one piece here and one piece here showing. And then when you flip it up, give it another rub, and that's how you get your little box. Then we'll take another piece of vellum, and again the dimensions will be on the bottom of the video, and we're just going to put one piece of adhesive in the center of it, and you want it up so you know where to put this, but so you can glue it down, we'll just press it down to work with a flat surface there. And so we have our 2 pieces of flock paper on. We'll next take the piece of Whisper White, and it's scored at 1/4 inch and well, actually it's scored 4 1/4 and 5 1/4. So we're folding on those lines, and we'll put a piece of tear and tape on this 1/4 inch side again. Right along the edge of that score line. Take off the, I have so many problems with this stuff today. And again, you want to make sure that none of it is extending over the edge. So I'm just pushing it in toward the other parts, like so. Then we're going to take our card and fold this, the white on the 1 1¼ inch. It'll be 1 1/4 inch in. So your adhesive is up. You can, let me see it. So the adhesive is up. It's facing up, but we're flipping it over and putting this the folded side on the score line against the edge of the card, centering it in the center, but it's along the edge. So I'm pushing it down. So if you flipped it over, you would see that the adhesive is down on there, but then it will pull it up, and then we're going for this look. Now we'll take a piece of the, well, we can use our Stamp and Seal, or you can use the tear and tape, and just 1 row of around against the top of the inside. So when it's open, you'll put 1 row of adhesive. There we go. And fold it, make sure this is down, flip this over, and flip, so this is down against the edge, and this will be pushed toward the center, and then just push it down. And that's how you'll get it all to be one cohesive unit. And that's it for that part of it. So that's how it'll look. Then we're taking our green old olive piece that is not fitting on this piece. I must have did something wrong here. So I'm trimming it. Okay. So this piece will just be a real small edge on the white. Oh wait, did I? Yeah. Okay. Thought I did something wrong here, but not yet. So I'm just trimming it because I cut it wrong. And this will fit right on there like so. You just adhere that. Okay. And I like it to adhere it flat, so I'm just pushing it down. And again, a small border, like a 1/16 of an inch. And it's still crooked. I'll put a leaf over it. And then we have another white piece that should fit in there, and that one fits. Okay. And we're adhering that. All right. Come on. Okay. That goes on the center of that over the green. Okay. Then we will take a piece of gold foil, and I use the ornate dies. These are the ornate layers, and this is what they look like. And I'm using this one right here. And I just have a couple holes here that didn't get punched out. I'll get the rest later. And then that you'll just adhere to the right side of the card. Okay, that goes right here. Then I took the poinsettias from the poinsettia bundle, and that's poinsettia petals. and it has 2 sets of stamps along with all of these dies, and these they come separate, so you can just cut out without the embossing. Well, I know why they're not coming out. I have a piece of washi tape on the back so that they stay in place when I put them through the machine. But this is a separate piece, and same thing with our holly leaves. So here you can see they're apart. And then you could do it separate or with the embossed leaf part. So you can maybe see, there you go. So now we can see that you have the, here's the embossing on each of the petals. So I'm just giving it just a little bit of a curl, not a lot. First of all, it'll get flattened, but you want just to give it a little bit of oomph. And you'll do that on each of the leaves, on 3 layers. And you don't need you don't need to pull it hard because these aren't real delicate, but they're not indestructible either. So then I take my Tombow glue and put a little dot in the back and just set it down sort of on toward the center, toward the right a little bit, and just hold it down there a moment. Then we'll put a dot in the center of the big one, and we'll turn it a little bit so the leaves are within each other so there's no holes there. And we'll do the same thing with the little one. Okay. Like so. Okay, then the next step is taking our leaves, and I have one of each of the sizes, and putting them on the underneath the poinsettia. Just kind of line, they slide under since you only have one little spot there at. Like so. Then we have these little gold sprig things, and you could use a little bit of Tombow glue, just a couple of them, real tiny little dots on some of the spots. It's really hard to see here. I'm not getting it. So another glue that I like is any dotted tape. I have some little dotted tape here, and it's not a Stampin' Up! Brand, but for me this is what I like to use for these intricate pieces. Just much easier. And we're going to put that inside there, and it can extend off of the card like this, because when it's folded flat it won't get hurt. And we'll put that under here. Then I stamp Merry Christmas from the Itty Bitty Christmas, and I think I'll put that up here. I think that'll look better. Or do I want it over here? It can go anywhere, except it won't be too, maybe not. I think maybe I'll put it on the bottom. That's a good spot. So I will cut the little, whenever you cut the little banners, you cut up the center and then toward the center, and each side then will be just the right size. And we're going to put that, slide this underneath here a little bit, just like so. Oh, and then we need our gem. And those are the beaded pearls, and we'll take a glue dot and just stick it in the center. And my glue dots are nowhere to be found right this second, but they'll just fit right in the center like that. And so then we have this beautiful card that would be a great gift for anybody, and they think that you spent so much time on it, and it's really not that difficult. So I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope you make one. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.